Welcome everybody to the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast, your home for all wrestling, everything wrestling. What's up, Soto? Wait, yo, who's that? Is that who I think it is?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Henry? What's up, my boy?
What's going on, guys?
Where the fuck you been?
What's up?
You left the last time we seen you had
2025.
yeah, you didn't have a piano. That's what you've been doing. You've been gone for so long. Now you want to show up with that brand new. You got a piano. You got a Picasso in your house.
No, man, work's been crazy, and finally getting some sanity back.
Glad you're here with us.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
What kind of piano is that?
Shit, I don't even know.
Top of the line. Well, another episode in. Let's get right into it, shall we?
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of things, a lot of injuries that's happened as of late.
Interesting week.
Yeah, that's I think best to describe this week. It's been interesting. So let's start with Bron Breaker's injury update. So
was it a serious hernia, right?
Yeah, it was a hernia injury, right? And it sucks because it's keeping him from that match that we all want with Seth Rollins at Mania. So now it's they're gonna have to reschedule that. I mean, it says according to Meltzer, it could be 12 weeks, it could be 6 months at worst. I mean, in this case, I think the plan was to have Seth versus Bron at Mania, right? I think this is such a serious injury that you're gonna have to make some changes, and I think the perfect person to replace Bron Breakker in this spot would be Bronson Reed.
You could. I mean,
so?
Yeah.
I feel like it's crazy to say, but how Oba's just been coming out and just dominating recently. I feel like they're going to strap a rocket to him and just shoot him to the moon. Just not only because of the injury, obviously, to Bron. I think everybody was mad about the Rumble. Like, oh, yeah, he got eliminated real quick, blah, blah, blah. I think that was pre-planned after the injury. They just had to pivot everything just because of the injury. Like, supposedly he was slated to win the Rumble. So, for how long he's had this hernia and hasn't been working through it or whatnot, is a testament to his toughness, because that's injury and a half to deal with, period. But it's not a bad look though with Bronson. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, again, and it comes at the worst moment because Mania season is upon us. But again, there's no word on when he'll return. It's just right now, like, it's all up in the air, right? And it sucks when you have this pretty cool storyline, right? Where this mystery masked man is targeting Vision, right?
It's a good story.
Yeah, this mystery man is targeting the Vision, and obviously, like, speculation is it's later revealed going to be Seth, right?
I love how though every person that's been to Mystery Man has had like a different body composition.
Yeah, I think they just don't want to give anything away.
Grayson Waller was one of them, supposedly. I couldn't think who else they said. It's just funny though that
was another one.
That people are just like the detectives they are. They see all the little things. They're like, oh shit, it matches up. It's wild, but we all know who it's leading to. Obviously,
that's the good side of, I guess, now of social media and the community, and certain communities. You have like people who do their detective work, right? And some people are really good, and it forces the companies to do better in hiding their material. Back in the day, you could do whatever you wanted to do; it didn't matter. I mean, what was it? Then it had the fake Diesel was Kane before Kane. Like everybody was fooled for like a good 2 minutes until he did this, and it was like, yo, you're not fucking Diesel. And now it's like we've come a long way to see this now. Whereas you have everybody and their mother trying to figure out who's who, and they're using a variety of different characters.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Masked Man itself. I think I always say, like, the internet is undefeated. So they were able to like look at various clues and determine that it is Grayson Waller, like the Masked Man. However,
was wild with
will it be
our guess.
revealed that it is Grayson Waller? I highly doubt that, right? With everything that's happening with him and the New Day, right? It just seems like super random. I just think they're just throwing like you guys said, like different wrestlers, different bodies to kind of like throw people away, and it's like
It would be nice though if they have a consistent person come out for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
to make it seem like yeah, what B says is true. Like the internet is cool that now it does that, but it also ruins it a little bit. I think, like in terms of like wanting to be engaged in something and watch something. Like if I know the predictability of it,
yeah,
it's like so it's going to be somebody smaller this time. It's going to be somebody taller. It's just going to look. I think if you have like the same person come out a couple weeks, it's like okay, so it's not a different person. So who the fuck is it now? I think that
you have to get that point. You have to get to that point. After a while, like once the storyline proceeds to go further and further more in depth, then you have to see that. But like I said,
they did for years though.
I seen all over Facebook. They came out and said, like, yeah, that's it's not Logan, it was Jake. Jake Paul showed up at the Rumble.
Yeah,
but the first one was Grayson Waller.
There's so many like
I mean,
if you really want to be like trying to find out who this masked man is, like this episode of Monday Night Raw, right? He returns and attacks Austin Theory. Like the person that after this person attacked Breaker at the Rumble, a lot of people thought, oh, it could be Theory or it could be Logan Paul. That theory just went out the window with this, with this last episode of Monday Night Raw. So that's two that you can eliminate. I mean, the obvious choice would be Seth Rollins. If it's somebody other than Seth Rollins, I think that would be a major surprise.
Swerve and a half.
Yeah. So I mean, if we're all trying to pinpoint on who it could be, yeah, you could definitely take out Logan Paul. And you could definitely take out Theory as he was on the receiving end of a curb stomp on Monday. So
yeah, you could take out certain people.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we know who it's going to be realistically, but it's just interesting, like what's just going on with all this.
Yeah,
like, how
I mean, I think if it's somebody other than Seth, right? I think it would be pretty interesting because obviously,
I didn't know who it would be.
Yeah, exactly. If it's not Seth, like who could it be? Like if you put in Grayson Waller, it just doesn't make any sense. And plus, Grayson Waller as a face, I don't think it would work. But it would be somebody who would, work closely with Seth as he's, using the curb stomp as well. It could be revealed somebody that Seth sent, and it would be all right, cool. That's an interesting development. But I think
imagine it was everybody's rumored debut, return. Imagine like months down the line, it's Chris Jericho.
A lot of ways gotta get a job to be Chris Jericho.
I'm saying, wouldn't that be interesting? Because how Rollins says he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. You have CM Punk. Jericho comes back to say, "You guys are forgetting about me."
Yeah,
that's not. If they use different guys to get to Jericho, then yeah. But
that's the only reason why I throw that take, because you keep using different guys. Like I feel like we know it's gonna be Seth. We know that obviously him going after the division for getting kicked out. It just logistically and story wise, it just makes sense. But it would be interesting if it was somebody different. I agree, Soda.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. All right. So then continuing on coverage on Monday Night Raw, we saw that Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at Elimination Chamber will be taking place.
Love it.
I mean, but this was rumored to happen for a while. I feel like the first bout is going to go to Becky, and then the rematch is going to go to AJ, and AJ will win at probably Mania. That's my
this
prediction.
This is the Mania match. They're just putting more stuff involved before.
Yeah, but I have this weird feeling that Becky will win the first one, AJ will win at a bigger moment.
I honestly believe we're going to get like a no contest. I think we're going to get a disqualification. I think, great, you have Becky Lynch and a returning AJ. I just think it's a weird spot to put that kind of match at Elimination Chamber. I thought they were going to wait for that match at Mania. But to be honest with you, I think one thing that a lot of people...
Well, they said AJ's working both Mania and Elimination Chamber. That was confirmed, so...
Yeah, no. So I think this match is happening, but it's a no DQ. I feel like somebody maybe Natty gets involved and attacks one of them, right?
I mean,
setting up a triple threat match, or maybe setting up a fatal 4-way with Maxine.
That's not a bad idea.
Fatal 4-way would actually make sense.
Yeah,
I think
because-
Chamber would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was teased, right, that Natty is going after the IC championship, but I feel like things aren't completely done between Natty and Maxine. And then obviously you throw in AJ because of her history with Becky Lynch. I mean, again, a triple threat or a fatal 4-way, it makes complete sense here.
Well, not only that, like you're talking about like filling a Mania card. A fatal 4-way women's match for the Intercontinental Championship would be nice. Bring some prestige back. Bring some prestige to that title too, because right now, you know, a lot of the mid-card titles been lacking, but you put like a marquee like 4-way feud at Mania, yeah, that's definitely gonna work for sure.
You have two overlapping feuds. One likes one one's cool with one hates the other,
and they intertwine with each other. Yeah, they get involved in
everything together. Another one wants to retain the title, so it's like that's not bad.
I just think, you know, when it comes to like if it was Becky Lynch and AJ at Mania, I'm just gonna skip elimination real quick. I think it would be way too obvious that AJ Lee would probably come out with the victory and probably be crowned champion.
She would add a stipulation, like add another layer to it.
Well, yeah. So adding this layer of a triple threat or a fatal 4-way, even though AJ Lee is probably favored to win that match, you would get a nice twist.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gonna be like I said, it's gonna be interesting. Like everything going on for this match. We already know the build was there because it's been established for a while. But yeah, I like the no decision, basically disqualification. That's a good finish. And giving like AJ is probably gonna give AJ the win.
So I don't want you to get involved. You're good now. You know.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I like that one. Like I thought of it just like, oh, what if Becky wins the first one, AJ wins the second one, and then there's a third rubber match like at SummerSlam. You know, they always want to do the best of 3 type matches. So I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, facts. All right, so let's go on to. We just mentioned the Elimination Chamber. So again, let's lay out the Elimination Chamber card thus far, right? And so, all right, so we have that match, right? We have AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the IC.
You may get more involved.
Yes. Then we have the Elimination Chamber match, the women's one, which right now we have Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton, and then 4 to be announced competitors, right? We're getting 2 more qualifying matches, which is Alexa Bliss, Julia, and Zelina Vega.
All right, hold on. Real quick. Let's do something different with that. So you said, who is it? Alexa, Zelina?
Alexa Bliss, Julia, and Zelina Vega.
Who do you guys think is winning in that? So the reason I say this, who's the obvious? Who's the
Alexa Bliss? The obvious. You want somebody else to get involved?
Obvious would be Alexa Bliss, but I think Julia is a very dark horse.
Okay. And then who's the one that's in the match is like the underdog that has
Zelina would be the underdog.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I think I agree Alexa too. I'll be honest with you. I think that's pretty much what they're setting up for. What's the next one?
The next one would be Asuka, Bailey, and Natty.
So you would put Asuka probably as the favorite, and then probably Bailey as the underdog. I mean, yeah, it's one of those two because Natty's probably gonna have some involvement elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean,
hold on. Would the first chamber match be the first match of the night? Would it be that? Just to attach theories here, would you have the AJ Lee and Becky involvement beforehand? They're
probably gonna do that
match later, or vice versa.
No, they don't want to do 2 women's matches back to back. It'll probably be the women's chamber, then men's match there is.
Yeah, they'll probably do like a chamber match to kick off.
Yes, usually how they do it because they did the women's.
So I'll do the women's one first, and if Becky gets slapped around out of anger, she'll jump into the AJ Lee and Becky fight.
It depends. They also could do the women's one last to close the show too. They need to put more emphasis on the women's division, especially if they want that crowd reaction, everything. I honestly think the women's match, depending on how the card looks, because right now that card is fucking stacked.
To be honest,
that match should be the last match.
I absolutely love the way the women's division is being like presented or built right now.
I want just more prestige for the title.
Yeah, it's just like they just have so many like star power, right? You already have Ripley and Stratton in the match, right? let's assume it's going to be Alexa Bliss. You assume with tensions recently happening with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte that Charlotte would also be in the match. We're just assuming here. Then if you want to add more star power, as you know, as much as I would love Bailey, or if you want to build up Natty, you can go either way. But honestly, at the end of the day, I think they're going to go with Asuka in here.
Mhm.
Now remember, Asuka. I think Asuka's more like the unpredictable favorite, like the odds-on favorite.
Yeah,
Just because of remember, there's her with the Kabuki Warriors, the storyline they attacked everybody. Then always the tension they tease with her and Kyrie. Like, when is that finally going to boil over? Like,
Yeah,
what if Kyrie cost her the match or something happens?
That's true.
There's so many layers to it. It's insane to think about.
Was Mania serious? Now you gotta have whatever you create throughout the year. Now it's time to start putting.
I just feel like I don't know. I feel like I don't know if you feel the same way, so don't be. But lately, the way they've been booking the women's chamber matches, I feel like you could sort of look at who's wrestling the match and just know who's going to win. So far, every single favorite has won that match.
Yeah,
just how they position who in the match.
Yeah,
that's how I've been seeing it. It's weird to say, but that's how I've been thinking of it, and I've been seeing it because I'm like, okay, this is sort of how it's going to go. I knew Rhea was going to win, then I knew Tiffany was going to win. It's just like, okay, It's just weird. Like, I don't know. Like, you can sort of tell who's going to win those brackets already. Like, let's see come this week. You know, if we're right with our predictions.
We got what, 3 weeks left?
Yeah,
2 weeks left before the chamber.
Yeah,
look it up as we continue on.
Then we have the men's chamber match, right? Only 2 have qualified right now.
2 weeks
Randy Orton and LA Knight, right? 4 to be
as it should be.
Yep. So again, 2 more triple threat qualifying matches are booked, which is going to be Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu versus Sami Zayn. That's super hard to predict.
Fuck. No. How are you going to predict that? Damn.
And to be honest with you, if I'm a better man, I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes in this one.
That's such a hard one, though, because, like, Cody's like the fucking odds-on favorite, period. But, like,
I got
you got Jacob and Sammy. Oh, my God. Like, that's not going to be the underdogs. That's just, like right behind Cody.
I got Sammy winning only because I think Drew is going to fuck something up again for Cody.
Yeah, I mean that's
we're getting that match. That match is going to happen. I mean, whether it's one-on-one or it's Drew, Cody,
Drew,
and Jacob.
Based on Drew's actions, especially on the Rumble, it's like Drew doesn't want to see Cody. So Drew could screw Cody in this triple threat match, or if Cody wins, he screws Cody at the chamber.
Right.
Yeah,
but that would be a shit finish though.
Yeah, so
I'm all for
it seems like they truly want Cody and Drew at Mania. That's what I'm seeing right now. I could be wrong. Even though I think we should have gotten like Cody versus Fatu versus McIntyre in the triple threat match. I think that would have made much more sense.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna put the title back on Cody though. I feel like they're gonna try to slowly turn him heel.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see a title. The one I could see them trying to put to the moon is who they said they were going to push this year was Jacob Fatu.
Okay.
Because I remember they just say it was going to be Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, Jacob Fatu were some of the names they were going to push heavy.
Right.
26. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with Jacob Fatu.
Okay. Okay.
Jacob Fatu, yeah. I'm gonna go
and then the other triple threat match would be Javon Evans versus Dominic Mysterio versus Gunther.
Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, we're going Gunther.
I'm going Dominic.
He's gonna lose at fucking.
I feel like something's gonna happen with Gunther, like some type of whatever he's been doing to somebody. They're gonna just come back.
I think you said you're going Dominic Mysterio at the chamber match. It's gonna be him.
I'm gonna go with Dark Horse, Dominic Mysterio. I'm gonna stick away from the favorite. I know the favorite.
Who you picked?
He picked Gunther too.
He picked Gunther?
I picked Gunther.
All right, I'll be the odd man now. I'll pick Javon Evans.
Okay, so wow, we the first. That's the first. All 3 of us had a different answer. That's dope.
Yeah,
I had the Dark Horse, Dominic Mysterio.
I'm taking Gunther. Gunther gets screwed. So
Yeah,
I'm taking that.
I think the young OG is a little bit ahead of Dominic in terms of odds because the way they're booking him.
I just think Javon Evans might be the receiving end of the pinfall here.
Definitely.
But Dominic Mysterio winning this match doesn't make sense, and having him in a chamber match, like I don't know, Gunther, obviously he's the favorite, and everybody's gonna assume he's gonna destroy.
Dom's
But then
gonna call
Javon
himself Dom Three
Evans,
Belts.
but then in Javon Evans, it's like, all right, what can
Javon Evans in the chamber match would go.
That's where I'm going with.
That being said,
Javon
Evans, he's not going to win. But
yeah, he's not going to win. But I'm saying, like,
he's going to be the superstar at that match.
The spots in that match will be.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yo, if you want more excitement on the chamber match, put in Javon Evans.
We've seen RVD do it at the first chamber. We've seen Kofi do it plenty of times. We've seen everybody just go crazy. All the high flyers get crazy spots. If Javon Evans does in fact win this, I am not mad at this at all. Not at all. As long as he's the breakout star at the chamber, then it's a success.
Yeah.
So, Hugo, the amigo. No, it's not.
All right, so that's and then we have the World Heavyweight Championship match, which is CM Punk versus Finn Balor.
Well, we know that's going to be CM Punk because the number it needs to be Punk versus. Hey,
my browser refreshed for some reason.
You had to move the piano around. See, it's a little more to the left, a little bit more adjacent.
So after weeks of like attacking Punk and kind of like antagonizing him, this past episode on Monday Night Raw, it's like, all right, Finn Balor. Set to challenge CM Punk. CM Punk already defeated Finn Balor at his hometown. Finn Balor looks to do the same in Chicago, CM Punk's hometown. So, listen,
what is the direction they're going with Finn? Is he going back to the Demon? Is that what they're pushing?
No. I think after this match, we can kind of like get more clarity. But I personally think that yes, Finn Balor is losing to CM Punk at Elimination Chamber. And then if he goes to this demon persona, I mean, Dom doesn't have a clear-cut opponent at Mania.
Here comes the turn.
And, we've seen Balor have issues with Liv, right? And obviously we've seen the ups and downs on his relationship with Dom. I just think it makes perfect sense. I mean, I think, yeah, you know what? Have CM Punk, beat Finn Balor. Finn Balor, again, shakes his hand, which kind of like angers the Judgment Day. And that's where, all right, we're going to set this in motion and have Finn Balor challenge Dominic Mysterio. That's what I would do it.
Yeah. It just makes perfect. There's no reason why you would have Finn win to go forward. This is probably the most straightforward match you could think of on this card. That is
facts. Yeah.
So yeah, this is simple.
I mean,
it's gonna be a great match.
I think. Now let me tell you something. If Finn Balor, if WWE has
this will probably be the second match on the card. By the way,
yeah, it could be the opening. To be honest with you, if WWE shocks us, legit shocks us, and have Finn Balor win, then great, crazy. But yeah, I think this is just the most obvious outcome in the card thus far.
Finn Balor would be a heavy underdog here.
Yeah.
If I was a gambling man per se, I'm not a gambling guy, but you know what I mean.
All right. So on some unfortunate news, yes. Chelsea Green is indeed injured. I mean,
broken ankle.
It sucks.
It sucks because again, she is, she's pure entertainment. She really is.
She's developed the absolute money on the mic, and her matches.
How long is she gonna be out for? I know broken ankles varies in time frame.
3 months, maybe more.
She confirmed it. So it is a broken ankle that she suffered in her match, in her triple threat match this past Friday night SmackDown, right? And I think initially a lot of people thought it was a sprained ankle, but no, like after imaging and all that and several tests, no, it is a broken ankle. And it sucks because you know, she was also champion with Ethan Page.
Yeah, it sort of puts a kibosh on that story too a little bit for now.
Yeah. So her injury, right, led her to be replaced by La Hierda in the match, and then La Hierda and Ethan Page lost the AAA mixed tag team titles to Mr. Iguana and Lola Vice. So again, it's so unfortunate because we've been such big fans of Chelsea Green, and giving her flowers. I mean, she is purely entertainment, and like I think WWE should give her a main event run because I honestly think she's deserved it. I mean, she's been the ultimate like team player for that division and for that company. So
think about it though, Finn's been like that too. So that
yeah. So
versus Finn got hurt with that rotator cuff surgery.
They need to start rewarding their valuable people like Chelsea.
Exactly. That's where I was going with it. But again, we don't know the extent or like how long she's going to be out. So I mean, we'll keep updating you as we learn more about this injury. Yep. Let's shift over to NXT. So very interesting. NXT is possibly set to have a new faction, right? They applied WWE applied a trademark, right? The term birthright, right? So this has been a word that Lexis King has been using pretty recently, right? And
been teasing it a lot lately.
Exactly. So who would be in this faction? All right, it would be Lexis King, right? It would be
for those who don't know, that's Brian Pillman's son. Pillman's son.
So
those who don't know.
Yep. He's the son of the late WCW and WWE star Brian Pillman. Then you have Ariana Grace, who is the daughter of Santino Marella. And then again, you have Channing Stacks Lorenzo, who is with Ariana Grace. But then interestingly enough, right, you have Connors, right, who recently left Chase U, and he's the son of Fit Finley. And then you have King also approach Charlie Dempsey, who is the son of William Regal. So again, these are. It seems like the faction
wrestling heritage.
Yeah, it seems like again these are individuals where their families have huge wrestling legacies. I mean, William Regal and Fit Finley are WWE legends. So is Brian Pillman. So and then Santino Marella. It'll only be a matter of time till he's in the WWE Hall of Fame.
And deservingly so.
But the reason why I think this is so interesting, this whole, faction, right, is it a way to poach? Is it a sign of things to come when it comes to a free agent? And that would be David Finlay. So David Finlay, again, a star in New Japan Pro Wrestling, again, the son of Fit Finlay. And again, his contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling was set to expire at the end of January. I think he's already kind of like said his goodbyes in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And again, according to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, there has been contact already between Finlay and WWE in recent weeks, right? Now, it's very possible that he joins NXT and maybe, either joins that faction or maybe even leads that faction, right? Mm-hmm. But then there's also the possibility where he goes to AEW, right? He could go to AEW, continue making a name for himself, right? And also, since AEW is so flexible, he can still, do AEW while showing up at a New Japan Pro Wrestling show. So I think it's more of all right, which one is more attractive, right? does he bet on himself and go to AEW, or does he want to go to the big stage and go to
follow his pops' lineage?
Yeah, or go to WWE.
I think it was rumored he wanted to come to WWE, so I think they're the favor for him.
He has a tough decision. He does have a tough decision. Again, does he make a name for himself? Does he reunite with his brother? I mean, again, it's I don't know.
It would be interesting though, because he goes from like a New Japan Pro AEW relationship to WWE.
Yeah,
it's sort of like a freaking Tommaso Ciampa jumping from WWE to AEW.
Oh, about Ciampa.
We'll talk about Ciampa. We'll talk about Ciampa.
Man, I called it.
His new song is fire though.
Yeah, but I mean, and I say options like AEW because again, we've seen in recent weeks Tony Khan has been on a tear, like signing people left and right. So we'll see. Again, we'll see if David Finlay is one, but there is heavy competition for David Finlay, and again, we'll see how that plays out. Let's go. Pretty cool story here. Several independent wrestlers invited to WWE tryouts. Several female wrestlers, right? So again, you have names like Nikki Blackheart, who announced on social media that she's been invited to a tryout, right? She was trained by Gangrel. And if you don't know about Nikki Blackheart, I think, she's exactly what WWE wants, right? And I'm making a small comparison, but she's kind of like built like Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
Right?
More athletic.
Yeah, and a lot of people say she looks like a mixture between Paige and Rhea Ripley, but honestly, she's somebody who's been raising, kind of climbing the ranks in the independent scene, and I honestly think she would be a tremendous get for WWE. Another person who received a WWE tryout was somebody who we interviewed on this podcast. The Notorious Mimi, formerly known as Sloane Jacobs, right, in NXT. So she signed with WWE in 2021, but unfortunately she was later cut in 2022. But again, she's somebody who's been killing it in the independent scene. With that, we've actually went to see her live.
Excellent match too.
Yeah. So there's another person who got a WWE tryout. We're obviously in full support of that. Hopefully,
best
WWE,
wishes.
Yeah, hopefully she gets that opportunity that she definitely deserves. And then you have Australian wrestler Ricky South. Also revealed on social media that he received an invite. Erica Damia, also, Promise Braxton, just to name a few. Valentina Rosie, like, again, I think WWE is setting up for another like flawless like class. Just to name all these,
another flawless class, you think?
Yeah. Like there's time to time.
There's a nice blend in there.
Yeah, there's time to time where WWE like with their with the class that they sign, like you can tell, like, oh yeah, this is gonna be legit, right? And just several wrestlers that we announced just now, like, I hope they do get signed. And again, they've already made a name for themselves in the independent scene. So now you can only assume that they're going to start with NXT if they do get signed. Hopefully they do get signed. And yeah, man. So the tryouts are expected to take place next week in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
And we wish nothing but the best for each person attending.
Each contestant.
Yep. Okay, so on some NXT news, let's go. So NXT, there's a new number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship, and that is Sol Ruka.
Is this the right decision?
Yes, because there's going to be a heel turn, but I feel like there's going to be a swerve with the heel turn.
A swerve and a heel turn.
There's a swerve heel turn.
Yeah,
it's not. I put it like this: it's not the person who everybody thinks will turn heel.
Who do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be Soruka.
Soto.
It's too obvious for it to be.
Yeah, right now they're playing it obvious.
I think it's going to be Soruka that's the heel. I'm telling you.
But my thing is like Soruka, like I don't know.
She'll be over. She'll be over as a heel or face. That finishing move is killer.
I think matter. I'm still gonna say still say it's gonna be Zarya, right? The fact that Zarya gets jealous, because of like how many times Sol gets these opportunities, right? They've been teasing this a lot, and here's where I think it's Zarya. Sol also gave some of her opportunities to Zarya, and Zarya has failed.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So this is where I think Zarya finally snaps as Sol's about to capture the NXT Women's Championship. Thus, breaking Soruka, and then, obviously, going with their feud, right? But after her win, she said, being the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship right now, I'm honestly a bit conflicted. Of course, because she wants the championship, but Zarya is also upset, because of the opportunities. But these are opportunities that Soruka herself has earned, right? And like I just mentioned, Sol has given, I think, 2 or 3 times her opportunities to Zarya, and Zarya has failed each and every time. Now, I hope that they bring back the Zarya that WWE signed.
The prospect that they knew they were going to have.
Yeah, that monster heel that I know she can be. That's where, once I get it, the whole little partnership with her and Zoruka, it was cute. It was nice. I think it's ran its course. I think it's time for this breakup, and we need to see Soruka be the ultimate babyface that I think a lot of people have been loving for the past couple of weeks and months, and Zarya to be that monster heel that needs to dominate NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah. All right. So, okay. So let's shift to AEW, right? Private Party returns after a 13-month absence.
I don't know where they've been at, but I'm glad they're back.
Yeah.
So now that tag team division becomes something a lot more better than what it was before.
Yeah. So,
but the Young Bucks winning again, like they earn another tag team title shot. So it's not smart. I told you it's gonna happen. No matter where you go, it's Young Bucks, do or die.
All right, so
I told you.
Let me get back. Let me get to that. So after again, it was a 3-way, right, to determine number one contenders match.
I'll say that he ain't wrong. So
no, he's not at all.
I told this my son 2 weeks ago, a month ago. I'm like, yo, it doesn't matter who goes to AEW. Young Bucks take over. Yeah, but I'm happy Private Party's in. Like that's like
be a podcast. 10 years.
It makes the division that more entertaining.
And the wrestling podcast 10 years down the line. Yeah, the Young Bucks beat Generation Z for the.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it was a 3-way to determine the number one contenders match, right? To see who would get a next shot against FTR, right? It was
another tag team I'm tired of.
It was the Rascals versus the Young Bucks versus a wild card team, which Private Party became were revealed to be the wild card team, but unfortunately. Their return.
Unfortunately, it's just
their return wasn't. It didn't end with a victory. The Young Bucks defeated them. I got to tell you, listen.
I don't want to see the Young Bucks.
The Young Bucks. Listen, the Young Bucks versus FTR. No. It never disappoints. It never disappoints.
But still, how many more good matches can you?
No. But hold on.
That's like John Cena versus Randy Orton. I think towards the end.
They never disappoint, but come on, like you had the Rascals that you just signed right? And then you have
really
a
good.
returning team that we haven't seen in 13 months. You're telling me you couldn't have one of those teams win, even if they lost to FTR. But no, you're going to have the Young Bucks. I mean, no disrespect to the Young Bucks. I love the Young Bucks. But again, it's
definitely.
damn, we're going to see FTR versus Young Bucks part 17. You
Part
know?
17 of
it just doesn't make any sense.
Part 17 of 2026.
And I know where this is all leading to. This is all leading to FTR versus Cope and Christian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's exactly where this has all been leading to. It's just that, I think they're waiting on Cope's commitment with the shows and filming and whatnot. I just think, cool, congratulations, Young Bucks, but I think, the Rascals were just signed to AEW, and then, you have the Private Party just returned. I mean, one of them could have been great, a good replacement, you know what I'm saying? All right.
On to the other just got there situation.
All right. And that's going to be Kyle Fletcher once again.
No, that's the wrong caption. The caption is Tommaso Ciampa buried after a week on AEW.
It's all right. It's not buried.
I told you
it's not buried. It's not buried because it was a great match, but damn man, they're creating.
No, it's not. You're right. It's not buried. It's golden shovel.
No, it's just they really.
I mean, you say
really
regular.
All right, what was the whole point of Tommaso Ciampa winning the TNT Championship? Like, what was
the persona over another 6 months? I said hopefully in 6 months it pan out. Yeah, 6 days. 6 days. 6 days.
He had the championship. He had the championship for 11 days.
11.
And that's it. And that's it. So okay, yeah, congratulations to Kyle Fletcher, because I think right now you can make an argument that Kyle Fletcher is one of the best in-ring competitors in AEW right now. But the fact that, and it was a great match, really good. But just the fact that you crown Ciampa and then have him lose 11 days later, and then not only that, you have Kyle Fletcher say, Briscoe, let's run it back.
You could have done that 11 days ago.
What? So following the match, Fletcher was challenged to a seventh match by former champion Mark Briscoe. So it's going to be their final match. It's going to be on his home turf of Grand Slam Australia, and okay, great. It's going to be a ladder match, but Fletcher said, "Oh, let it be a ladder match, right?" But my thing is like, so what do you do with Tommaso Ciampa? You just move him to the side, or
no? Put him in the back of the shelf where he's going to collect dust. Hey, no can do. Gargano's going to show up. You know what can do? Gargano, Private Party, everybody else to lose to the Young Bucks.
The Hurt Syndicate.
I don't know.
Do not get me started. Please don't. Please don't get me started.
It just
Tony Khan's booking.
It doesn't make any sense. My thing is like, I would have been okay if let's say Tommaso retained, and then they had a triple threat match in a ladder match, triple threat ladder match.
Briscoe versus Ciampa, and Fletcher shows up.
And then if Briscoe lost the title, Ciampa lost the title, then fine, that's fine. But you lose it 11 days after, and then we don't know what's next for Ciampa, only for Fletcher and Briscoe to revive their rivalry, which is okay, fine, but I don't know. It's just
too many. That 11 days ago and not have Ciampa involved at all.
Too many loose screws here. I mean, again, let me double down. The match itself between Ciampa and Fletcher was incredible. Loved it, and that's one of the things that AEW does best, in-ring wrestling. But when it comes to the whole building up and creative, there's a big question mark.
Yeah.
But here's something that I won't question, because you know what? She deserves it. She honestly deserves it. And that's Thekla claiming the AEW Women's World Championship in a strap match.
Yeah.
How poetic.
Yeah. I think she was somebody who is slowly rising. I think underrated. And just the fact that, she was able to defeat Chris Statlander in a strap match.
It's a vicious looking spear too, man. Like it's just the way it's just so clean. It's so clean.
Yeah.
It really looks like the impact you're getting is like gonna like fuck you up.
Yeah, no. Again, that's why it's like, listen, I am okay with this. I love.
And if people don't know it's coming after she does the move, it's just like boom.
Yeah. Obviously, she had help from the Triangle of Madness, but and then after the match, she was beaten down. Chris Statlander was beaten down by the Triangle of Madness, only to be saved by the Babes of no, wait, what was it? Oh, the Brawling Bird. I'm sorry, the Brawling Birds. But yeah, I mean, again, I have no complaint. I think I completely love Thekla. I mean, she's an incredible heel. I think she's going to do good things in this division. And, I know a lot of people might think, Statlander's reign should have been longer and whatnot. But no, I think this is seriously Thekla's time. And again, just another player you can elevate in that women's division.
Yeah, they're just like WWE's women's division. They're pretty loaded there too. So
what do you consider a good reign?
A good reign?
3 months or more.
I was gonna say 3 months. I think 3 months is good. Not 11 days.
Yeah. So Statlander was 144 days.
144 days, which is what, like 3 months, right?
No.
I'm sorry, 4 months, right?
Just over 4, almost 5.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I really don't get like when people are like complaining about,
what's your minimum? Like 30 days? A month?
3. Anything less than 3 is
So 3 months, so essentially 90 days.
If it's close to 90, if it's like 80 days, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But like anything lower than
Henry.
lower than like 80 days for me, it's just like
I'm looking for a standard. So 2 months, like 2 and 3 months.
It makes it seem like a
2 or 3 matches here or there.
I think 2 months. I think I can accept it.
I'd be okay with 2 months.
A month,
the other 2 months, no.
But 11 days, I can't do that.
3 is pretty much a healthy run.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think if you're thinking about it, just like the legitimacy of the run. Like,
here's the thing, though.
If you get anything less than 2,
because you're a placeholder.
Yeah, you're a transitional.
Exactly.
You don't want to be a transitional.
If you have the title for like 2 months, with let's say
like 3 or 4 defenses,
3 or 4 successful, meaningful matches or defenses, I think that's a good run, right? Okay. But when you have, like, for example, like the Judgment Day where they were tag team champions, and
like 5 months
they had like the titles for like 5 or 6 months with like one title defense. It's
like what are you doing?
Zero
value added to the division.
Yeah,
or to the hunt.
Yeah,
it kills the prestige of the titles too, if you think about it.
Yeah,
hey, the IC Championship in WWE used to be the most prestigious belt out of all the belts. It was the working man belt, and after that, what was it like? For a good 2-3 years, you never saw that belt continuously impacted by pay-per-views. It was disgusting work.
Mm-hmm.
Now, seeing the US belt were prevalent. That was a plus. Now it's really a very good belt now. So, hopefully it just, too many belts and not enough reigns.
I think AEW is having that problem. I think they're just having too short reigns. Yeah, Statlander's reign was good.
So Statlander was good. That's fine.
Statlander's reign was
Tommaso Ciampa's reign was bullshit.
It was a waste.
It was a complete.
You
could have had Ciampa go somewhere else, maybe like the Intercontinental the Continental Championship or anything along the lines of that. If you were gonna run Briscoe and Fletcher,
my thing is
you could have just done it right then and there and just had much.
My thing is you could have had Tommaso Ciampa defend the TNT Championship a couple of times.
I love his presentation at AEW, by the way. Way better than WWE.
Whether it's Dynamite or whether it's Collision, you could have a couple of defenses, and then you could have had him lose at the ladder match. But the fact that he makes his debut, he has his match with Kyle Fletcher, which again, Kyle Fletcher is 100% a worthy opponent, but he loses the championship, and it's like, well, what the hell? So what's next for Ciampa? It's a big.
You could have had Ciampa versus Ricochet for the national championship.
Yeah, I
don't know. You could have built something like that. He's at 82 days and counting. You could have had that. The fact that he wins a important belt in the company from the loser 11 days later, better than a pay period.
Listen. I think
get paid as a champion.
I think Ciampa fits in AEW like a glove, right?
Definitely.
I just think like, damn, okay, what's next for him?
Unless they plan to elevate him up.
I'm
afraid you could have had against Okada for the international championship.
I'm afraid Ciampa's going to end up in Ring of Honor.
No, it could. The thing I was thinking about with that while you were doing that take, I thought about it. You know, his gimmick is obviously the Psycho Killer. So what if he just goes after all the championships? Doesn't matter how long his reign is, but he actually is successful in winning all the championships. That would be something interesting.
We'll see. All right, so on some great,
that at all.
on some great positive AEW news, AEW Double or Nothing is rumored to be heading to New York.
Are we going, Soto?
Oh, I think I'll be there.
Where's that going to be? Is it going to be
MSG? So it's not at it's over in Citi Field, but it won't be. It's not going to be in Grand Slam. Not at
Arthur Ashe.
Arthur Ashe. No, it's not going to be there.
But it's going to be Louis Armstrong. So that's not the biggest venue, but
Queens,
the second biggest one there.
Yeah, close to Soto, yeah.
Yeah. So, again, I think the stadium holds around 14,000 people. So again, I think this is great. I definitely,
14,000.
Yeah, I definitely love when AEW did shows at the Arthur Ashe Stadium. I think I went to like 2 or 3 of them.
We went to the first Grand Slam.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Again,
which was epic, by the way.
Yeah. But this time it's a pay-per-view. So I'm definitely excited. I don't think they've announced a date. So we'll have to keep track on that. But yeah, man, AEW New York pay-per-view. I'm in there. I'm with it. All right, let's talk about MJF's interview with Chris Van Fleet.
So this interview was to me, I thought it was very interesting because he wasn't. So he was arrogant as MJF. When he's not arrogant, it's a problem, right? So we appreciate the cockiness and arrogancy. The one take I can get out of this is that he declared himself the fastest rising wrestler in the industry. He's going to be 30 in a couple of months, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot when his birthday is. So my question to you guys is he the fastest rising wrestler in the industry? And if not, who was or who is?
I would say I would go more who is more than who was, because we know who. Let's go.
He's got a decade of work. And a lot of really good years in AEW. He's been the face of AEW for a while. So
we can do who was and who is. Yeah,
who was.
I mean, he is now, right? You could probably say he is, but you can bring up all the surging stars that have come and gone in the industry.
All right, yeah. Start with Soto. Soto, guy, who was and who is.
Who was? Yeah. I mean, it's got to be Orton.
Who is now?
Yeah, Orton. It's got to be Orton. Is. Just the fact that he was handpicked to go to Evolution, right? Mm-hmm. And obviously working with Triple H, with Ric Flair, with Batista, right? And
to arguably a top 5 faction of all time.
Yeah, and then just like him to become IC champion, and then become the Legend Killer, and become the youngest world heavyweight champion. It's just that whole
main evented. No, he didn't main event. But he had a couple top tier main event matches.
I mean, yeah. So I'm gonna say
Mania matches.
Yeah, For I'm gonna go Orton. Now I don't know if it's MJF. I really don't.
Who do you think it is then?
Well, you think, Henry? What about you? You think Orton the same thing?
Well, I'm gonna guess let's get is, and then I have my names too.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, so you do who is you got was Randy Orton.
Wait, does he have to be like super young or?
Yeah, no
No,
matter.
but he's got 10 years of work under him.
You know, well, let's not even say.
Okay. No.
You
said that. You said that. So I'm gonna say is because of based on how he's being booked. I'm gonna go Obafemi.
Really? You think Obafemi has a more surging career?
That's my pick too. So
I think he's had a faster rising career. Maybe because he's probably on a bigger platform, but the fact that he's been undefeated in NXT, and within, I think, if I'm not, quote me if I'm mistaken, within a month he wins the NXT championship. Yes. Right? Has this dominant run, never loses it, relinquishes the NXT championship, and now is on his way to the main roster. And
dominating the main roster.
And now it's rumored that he might face Brock at Mania. And if that match happens, watch him destroy Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm. So and does that capitalize him as like, all right, this guy's officially like
not only that, not only that, look at like the way he's being presented, right? His entrance.
He's got swag, he's got speed,
exactly. His promos,
he's got charisma.
Yeah, I think Obafemi is definitely one of the fastest risers.
Yeah,
is he a faster riser than MJF?
And I'm gonna
that's the real question.
So my was since Soto because I agree with him with that. So it was gonna be my pick. I'm gonna go with who Soto mentioned and you guys mentioned about a potential match, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar with his first year was absolutely insane.
Yes, that's why
I mean he left after 2 years, but still, like that surge,
that peak
Mania is crazy.
That peak was insane for Brock.
He was a fucking animal. So hey, listen, I say Orton. I'm still on record saying 09 Orton, an individual year. Randy Orton's 09 year, which he was 29. Bald-headed Randy Orton was one of the most dominant wrestlers ever. Just that individual year. We talk about like Kurt Angle, Super Cena, Austin 96. You know what I'm saying? Like different guys, like different wrestlers you could pick out like individual years. Randy Orton is kind of like on that level with a lot of people. And I was 29 to 30. Mm-hmm. That's like he hasn't entered his prime yet, and he was doing stuff like that. So I'm in agreement with both with Soto. I think Randy Orton was probably the fastest rising wrestler.
It's a good choice. It's a good choice. What about Is?
I still might say MJF. He's been the face of AEW for years.
Yeah, makes sense. I get it.
I mean, it's tough for me to say. No. And you have a point because again, he's not even 30.
Yeah, he'll be turning 30 this year.
And just think about that. He's not even 30. And with so much that he has accomplished so far in AEW and so many memorable moments.
March 15th. He'll be next month. He's 30.
And so many like memorable moments he's already created for AEW. Just real quick, some of his like, Q's and A's, right? So he was asked, do you think you're the best wrestler to never wrestle in WWE? He replies, yeah, it's not even close. It's not even close. Before me, the answer would have been Sting, and then he wrestled there. So let's ask you guys, do you think he's the best wrestler never to compete in WWE?
Never to compete?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna answer another question. Who is the better talent, MJF or Will Ospreay?
In terms of in-ring or promos?
In totality. And then out of one of those two, add Kenny Omega.
I'm taking Kenny Omega.
Over all of them?
Out of all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Those two and those two.
Yeah. And he was questioning. He was questioning. It was like,
yo, if WWE was able to get those three, it is a monopoly in wrestling. Nobody's going to stop that run.
And Chris Van Fleet questioned him. He was like, Kenny Omega, and then he was like, Omega, no, stop it. And then he later on said, I can't say enough things about Kenny Omega, but he's no MJF. But no, I think Kenny Omega, I think Kenny Omega is the best wrestler to never wrestle in WWE.
Yeah, that's why I was going to go to that.
Yeah,
just imagine the dream matches
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know,
Years before, I mean, he's slowing down now, but years prior, like Prime Omega would have been
like let's say if Omega didn't sign with WWE, right? Just the matches that Omega would, I mean, no, sorry, if Omega didn't sign with AEW, the matches that Kenny Omega would have in WWE, Omega versus Styles, Omega versus Cena, Omega versus Reigns, Omega versus Balor, like these are all dream matches.
Yeah, those matches were fire too.
You know, with history. But yeah, no.
2014, go 10 years, 2014 to 24. Think of the wrestlers that have come and gone in WWE, and had he done that instead of going, you know, to New Japan, then the AEW. Look at who was around in 2014, 2017, 2019, 2020. Yeah. All the way up until now. You have a lot of Omega versus Daniel Bryan, Omega versus Randy Orton versus Edge.
Yeah.
You know, in WWE, that is. Seth Rollins. You sort of had you may have had a Rock match, a Prime Punk, a Prime Chris Jericho, a young Kevin Owens, the entire golden era of NXT.
Yeah, you got a point.
Well, I'm sorry, the undisputed era.
Yeah.
You know, the black and gold era. You know, there's so many matches. Well, Ospreay, the same thing. You know, Ospreay's a little more newer compared to Prime Omega.
I just think on the like ring, yes, you can say 100% Will Ospreay, but on the mic, that's all MJF. All the way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, in this interview, he also talks about, you know, obviously his professional wrestling career, his rivalry with CM Punk, his starring in Happy Gilmore too. He mentions Piper
streaming whoa, hold on a second. I like you giving love to Adam Sandler, but still, he was good. He was good at Happy Gilmore too. I ain't gonna lie. It was fun to watch.
He mentions Piper being his dream match. And then when he was asked somebody alive, he said, not Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen. So, you know, this was a pretty, you know, very entertaining interview. Obviously, MJF is always entertaining. But to close out the episode, do you honestly think we will ever see MJF in the WWE ring?
Yes.
Yes.
At some point, everybody goes. Now I get it, because we heard Will Ospreay, you know, going back and forth with Triple H about, you know, blah, 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 blah. He'll be there in due time. If CM Punk can leave in the worst terms ever and come back and wrestle, I am 100% sure that we can see MJF show up. Maybe not now, maybe like 5 years, 8 years. Will Ospreay, same thing. I don't think Omega will be there. I think Omega is, because he's just older now. I think he's done. He may show up. He may do a Sting thing, a quick 2 years, but he won't be, you know, Omega. He won't be like, you know, the GOAT going somewhere.
Gotcha.
But in regards to MJF, yeah. After a while, like good, like, you know, the Khan family's got money for days, but you're also capped because of who's running your company. I think if you have Triple H, he had one of the best years of all time in WWE when he first did it. Second year was good, not great. Now he's kind of like in a little rut here, trying to put things together. But WWE is still WWE no matter what. It's still a top dog for a reason.
Always.
You know, you made $250,000 in profit during COVID with no fans. You know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, money talks. And MJ says it all the time. Money talks. So,
but that's the thing. AEW could match and surpass WWE checkbook. So
does he do a good old Scott Boras and go to business himself? You know, yeah.
I don't know. I just think you know, it's also like who's on your ear. You know, he's good friends with Cody Rhodes, and look what Cody Rhodes I think has done is I think he had to had some input in recruiting Jade. He had to had some input in recruiting Royce Keys, aka formerly known.
Oh, they don't recognize me. Everybody's seen on really seeing.
Yeah. So you know, and I think MJ has to notice is like, all right, I mean, he is the champion. He is the guy in AEW. But, it's like, all right, if he wanted to do more, all right, let's see what WWE could do with me and my talents, right?
At some point, you've done it all. Like, what more can you do at AEW?
We've seen what WWE has done with guys like Lexis King, who wasn't getting like that much airtime in AEW and now is in NXT, right? Mariah May, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, like, if he wanted, if he wanted to go to WWE,
he could.
And I think within less than a year, he'll be champion. Now, what kind of champion? I don't know, but he would be champion.
So Henry, I'm gonna ask you, if he left AEW now and you take him out of AEW and you put him in WWE right now, is he top dog in that company?
Oh God, MJF, top dog. Oh God,
with the tools and the roster that they have, is he top dog?
The top dog?
The guy is he? Is he number one?
No.
Is he top 3?
No.
Is he top 5?
Top 10.
Gosh, maybe.
Possibly. But here's the thing, though. With AEW, his promos are not filtered. With WWE,
he would be limited a bit.
He would be probably limited to certain things, and that's not the MJF we know.
Right.
So, obviously he's great in the ring. He's top notch on the mic, but going to WWE, it's like, all right, some things are going to be filtered.
Actually, you know what? If he was on Raw, no, because they're on Netflix as a totally different field. However, if you went to SmackDown, they got to move a little different because it's still Fox. It's still TV. So live Netflix, he can get away with a lot.
Yeah.
But when they play it back the next day for you go watch the episode again later, then it'd be cut up a little bit, which is it wouldn't be the end of the world, but that means when he's on, you stop whatever you're doing, go on Netflix and watch the 5 minutes he's on TV.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's very interesting. I think he'd be top 5 pound for pound in WWE if he goes there now. And it depends on how.
I think he wouldn't be the top guy. I don't think he would be the top guy in top 3, but I think him joining
not Cody and Roman.
No, but I think he would easily become the top heel in WWE. Mm-hmm. Now, again, top guy, that's kind of like a loaded question.
That'd be like a top 10. I think he'd be a top 10, but not top 5, top 3.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
A little more wiggle room. Then you have to say, where is he? 6, 7, 8, 10, 9. Oh.
I say closer to 10 at this moment because WWE has a lot of heavy.
That's fine. But that he's up there would say a lot.
Yeah.
It also says everything like how well WWE has leveled out the roster to where you could rotate your top 5 and put them at 1, and there'd be no complaints. Yeah. You took Roman Reigns, who was the number 1 guy for a while, and took him off for 2 years and never lost a step. And now he's back and it's like, all right, well, nothing ever happened. It just goes to show the versatility that WWE has compared to AEW, who's buried Tommaso Ciampa after 11 days.
Yeah.
And when Gargano goes there in a couple of weeks or a couple of months, it's going to happen too.
I think it's a long way for Gargano unless he asks for his release.
So, and either way, we still won't see Aleister Black. So it is what it is. So that being said, we will on the rebuttal.
I'm not falling for that, Satan.
Listen, I hope so. I got faith. I got to SummerSlam. I don't see it then.
I'll take Satan.
I see. I call it SummerSlam. I told for Soto's sake, I hope he's somewhere in some scene by SummerSlam. And if not, it's done. It's a wrap. But just like that smoke there, when there's smoke, there's fire. That'll do it for us in today's episode of the Sunset Flip Wrestling Podcast. We appreciate you guys tuning in week and week out. checking us out. For y'all who have not seen the episode and are watching us now on YouTube and Twitter and Twitch and anywhere else you get your streams from, the audios are on Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your audios from. If you want to check us out where we're at, as you can see going from right to left, you see the link tree. So check that link out. And we're everywhere, literally everywhere. You can go Twitter or X, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Twitch, you know what I'm saying? YouTube. What else am I missing?
All that good stuff.
Yeah, everything that's mentioned, everything that you could think of, we're on it. So, and one day we're on Westwood 1. Henry's not hitting his parlays. We need the parlays that 5 to 50,000. We'll be there. Busted Open Radio, we're coming for you guys. So, but until then, we catch out next week. So, we bid you guys adieu.
All right. Thanks for tuning in.
Later, everyone.